Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. I am back. If you were here from the last one, hi, Regina. So glad you decided to come back. I am gonna send the text again to the tribe and let them know in case anybody else wants to sign in. But I am ready to jump in. So, Regina, I agree with you. Kind of to pick up where we left off in the last live about dermaplaning being addicting. It absolutely is, and I know there are a lot of people that are slow to take the plunge into it because they think, oh, it's going to grow back thicker and darker and all of those other things. But of course, that's not the case when it comes to dermaplaning because that hair is already really, really fine. I mean, it's the peach fuzz, right? So to be able to remove all of that, when people say that hair grows back thicker, it's because typically it's a hair, it's a thicker, darker hair already to start with, and when you cut it, and it's a blunt cut. So once it starts growing back, it gives the appearance of being thicker, bigger, darker because that's the part that you see first, the part that had that blunt cut. So that's the reason that I love dermaplaning. I love dermaplaning because my true glow, my healthy, happy, hydrated, nourished, pampered skin shows through. I also don't have to worry about even there if I'm particular when I watching TV, particular models or shows and so forth. When I look at their skin, or their teeth or their whatever, I'm critiquing it because I think these are people that are supposed to have way more resources than I have, and they haven't taken care of those things. But whenever I see a camera shot and it's on a woman and you can see the light hitting the peach fuzz on her face, it drives me insane. And it doesn't matter whether it's a black actress, white, Hispanic. Typically, Asian women don't have a lot of body hair. But every once in a while, you'll find one that maybe, whether it's hormone issues or whatever, they do. But it drives me insane. And for a woman to have a mustache, we all have, you know, um, facial hair. It comes with the territory, but dermaplaning, it's not only the hair, but okay. So here's true story. My aunt, my aunt's aunt and uncle. Does that make sense to you? Um, for years, I thought that they were sister and brother. It was not until both of them had passed away that I realized they were actually married. And he looked 30 years younger than my aunt's aunt. All right. My point in telling that story is to what you just said, Regina, and that is dermaplaning is a form of exfoliation. And men have a tendency to age a little bit more gracefully because they start the process of exfoliation through shaving way earlier than most of us as women start taking our skincare seriously. So when they hit 40, 45, 50, 60, 65, and their gray starts coming in, we as women say that the men look distinguished. It's because they're maturing, but they don't necessarily look like they're aging because they have had the benefit of dermaplaning their entire lives. So I mean, there's gonna have to be some hard core science that tells me that dermaplaning is bad for me, because I will be doing it for as long as I'm physically able to do it, which I hope are the rest of my days. And I have gone so far as to tell my nephew that if I'm not able to do it myself and you're caring for me, that periodically is a part of what I need for you to do for me. So I love it. Regina, I don't know, have you tried micro needling yet? I have not gotten the courage because I have a phobia of needles, like bad. So I've not gone to have it done professionally, because I don't I like my blood inside my body. I don't want it, you know, particularly in my face. I have a fear that that's gonna scar. But I have done the derma rolling at home, and I love it. And I am absolutely gonna get this filming situation straightened out so that I can share it. But that is not why y'all are here. I'm gonna start with Sephora, and then I've got Sephora, I've got Ulta, I've got Elemis. We're gonna just kind of work our way through products. I'm gonna talk about why I've purchased some of the products or what they will do. Feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna try to get the live up on my phone because it's a little bit easier for me to follow along on my phone than on my tablet, just because it keeps disappearing on there. So let me get the live stream up. All right. All right. So seriously, y'all, I will not lie to you. I got up this morning. I brushed my teeth because at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's yeah. Anyway, I had fresh skincare last night right before I went to bed. I dermaplaned before I went out last night. Skincare last night. Got up this morning, brushed my teeth, and looked in the mirror and said, "No, you're still good. I'm still gonna do full skincare today." But when I got up this morning, I didn't feel like I needed to do anything to get on camera. All right, so the first thing that I did, I'm going to share these with you just because we like free stuff and point perks and stuff like that. If you do not have water, go get your water while we're doing this. It'll be the first step of all good things, health and skincare. I picked up a Primera Alpine Waterberry Hydrating Glow Moisturizer. This is just a little 100 point perk sample. I like being able to experiment with these kinds of little pots. It's enough to get a couple weeks wear out of it so that I can see if I like a product before I take the plunge on buying a full size, or I know a little bit about how my skin's going to react to it, to know whether or not it's worth it for me. Different things work for different skin types, different times of the year, different times of the month, different skin concerns that have a tendency to pop up, last for a little while, and disappear. I know that there are a lot of people that say, these are my 5, skincare products. This is my cleanser, my toner. This is my moisturizer. This is my SPF. This is that they do those things, and that's their holy grail stuff, and that's great. But every once in a while, it's kind of like working out. You'll plateau. Your skin will plateau, and it won't get any better because you're not doing anything to push it to the next level. So that's why I am constantly changing things and adding things into my skincare routine, because technology advancements, new products are being found, the shift to clean products. So if I can remove some toxic or less friendly product out of my routine and replace it with something that has better ingredients, healthier benefits, I want to do that. So as much as I am a skincare junkie and I am on this quest for having makeup optional, the best skin I can, I also want to make sure that as I am aging and that as I have different skincare concerns, I have things in my arsenal that will address that. So I'm going to experiment with, again, it's the Alpine Berry Water Cream by Primera. The next, I fell in love many years ago with Kat Von D's Saint and Center perfume when she first released them. And then they disappeared, couldn't find them anymore. And then she relaunched them last year. So there were 100-point perks of both Saint and Center. So I picked those up. I'll drop these in my purse for on days when I'm on the go and need something like for an evening activity or when I need to just kind of refresh. So I picked those up. Love both the Saint and Center. I did feel a little weird when I first bought Center because that was the first one that I bought. And I had to pray about choosing the Center over the Saint. But anyway, love both of those from Kat Von D. One of those boxes is actually a Kat Von D haul. I'm going to film that and post that later. My goal for today is to film my best of 2019 skincare, like products and my Derma Roll and my Dermaplane, some of my products, all of that's going to be in there. My goal is to get that filmed and edited today so that I can upload it tomorrow. The next thing that I picked up was a promotion for Nest Fragrance's new fragrance in Sun-Kissed Hibiscus. I have already ordered the full size and it will be delivered next week. Y'all, I am very particular when it comes to fragrances. And I have sniffed every single every single Nest fragrance and had the worst sinus headache that lasted for days. But the only one that I have been able to wear is Dahlia and Vines. You've seen it in my empties, you've seen it in my hauls. I use it day, night, date, professional. I absolutely love it. And when there was a promotion for this one, I was actually going to get the full size roller ball, but and I think the promotion is still running. It's a promo code called Floral Kiss, FLORALKISS, all together. And this is the size that they send, which is more than a deluxe size. This is like the half of a roller ball. So I picked this one up. This one will also go in my purse or in my travel bag. And when I place the order for the full size spray I didn't tell you the name, it's called Sun-Kissed Hibiscus. I went ahead and put Floral Kiss in again as my promo code. So I'll have one for my purse, one for travel, and a full size one for my vanity. So I don't know if you are into fragrances from Nest like Midnight Fleur or Cocoa Woods that have really strong musk undertones, then these are probably going to be too light, ladylike, floral-y for you. But if you are into like a Miss Dior or a Chloe, if you're into Dolce and Gabbana Decadence, those kinds of fragrances, I'm just thinking about what I have in my collection, then Dahlia and Vines and the Sun-Kissed Hibiscus, you will love those. Y'all know I'm all about scents, particularly when I travel on vacation, about introducing a new scent so that when I smell that scent when I get back home, it kind of transports me back to being on vacation. I cannot wait for my first trip to take this with me. But I'm not going to wait. I'm going to dig in. So the next thing that I picked up because I needed a travel is my Nest Dahlia and Vines rollerball because I was completely out. I have gone through countless numbers of these and absolutely love this fragrance. So I picked up the rollerball in this one. Kat Von D had a couple, and this is all from Sephora, by the way. Kat Von D had a couple of her ever lasting liquid lipsticks that were on sale for $8. They're usually $20+ depending on whether they're going for some charitable cause. And these were marked down to $8. These are colors that I have worn on my channel, that I have emptied, that y'all often ask me about from live streams, and I decided I would go ahead and pick them up again. The red is Malice, and this other one is kind of a pinky purple color, and it is called K-Dub. Again, they were on sale on the site for $8, so I picked both of those up. This is not about swatching, but if you've asked about colors before and I either shared it with you in a live stream or put it in the information box, those are that's where they came from. All right, here we're getting into we're skincare here, hints and forevermore in this chat now. All right, I have been going absolutely ham with toner. Not in that I'm using them all throughout the day, but reintroducing them into my skincare routine on a daily basis. Toner had been that product that I always bought, always kept on hand, but I didn't use it in my skincare routine every day. I have gone back to using it every day, and unlike my philosophy products like the Purity line that has toner built in to the cleanser, right? They say you only need that one product. I have decided to use it as a single step in my skincare routine. A lot of what I'm going to show you, excuse me, are picked up a few toners from a couple of different brands, but there is a difference in each one of the toners, and that's the reason that I've picked several up. Remember, we talked about plateauing in your workout routine. You have to do something to change it up. Well, same thing with toners. There are acid toners, there are hydrating toners, there are toners that are specific to like hyperpigmentation or dark spots and things like that. So not all toners are created equal. So I heard good things about the Ren Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. Huge 8.5 ounce bottle, has a dispenser top that does it have a seal on it? It does have a seal. I was on the fence about keeping this one because there are a lot. It has a push down pump, so you just put your pad on the top and it'll saturate it as you pump it down. So it's kind of got a perfect dispenser already built in. But I was on the fence about this one because, hi Sunny Skies, I was on the fence about it because this toner has alcohol in it, and I don't like toners that have alcohol. But anything that has lactic acid in it, which is going to help brighten the top layer skin, that dead layer skin. Alcohol is a little bit further down on the ingredient list, so I am going to give it a try. But it was not my first choice. I will reserve my opinion on this for later because I do need to see if it's going to sting. I don't like toners that cause my skin to burn and tingle and all that other stuff. But I also love things that make me glow and keep me healthy. So I'm going to give this one a try. They do have a smaller version of this one, but I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it a try. I was torn between this one, believe it or not, and the one from Tatcha. And when I placed my order for my Sun Kissed Hibiscus, I just went ahead and ordered the Tatcha one as well. I like Tatcha products. The only thing that I've not had good success with is her eye creams. But I purchased a skincare nutrition booster from Fresh. I've hauled it on my channel before. I finally dug it out and I have been using it. And I like the results that I'm seeing from everything that I'm adding that Fresh skincare nutrition booster to. So I may, even though I purchased and returned Tatcha's Peony, the new eye cream, I may go and get a sample. Not gonna go back and buy the full thing because I have some skin eye care eye creams that I am loving and that I've purchased. But I may go back and get a sample of the Peony and mix it with the Fresh skincare booster, which I shouldn't have to do, but to see if that kind of takes it over that edge because it was not doing anything. All right. We are in a demo, not today. I am going to show you the way to apply your eye cream. I know I don't have any eye cream on right now. I haven't applied it since yesterday, but this is me, naked face on a Saturday morning before skincare. I'm going to show you the professional tip that I was given that has made a huge difference in bags under my eyes and the discoloration. So we'll talk about that. All right. Next item, box from Sephora. I think it's all skincare, but y'all, we had Brina and I kind of had a joke going on this past 2 weeks, and I was bragging because I had gone a whole 8 days without placing an order from Sephora, and then I placed an order and then couldn't go 5 days without placing 2 orders. The struggle is real. All right. So in this box, what did I get? All right. Looks like I picked up another Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. Bahaz, Bahau, and it's spelled with, it looks like a number 5, but it's an S. I think this one was also $8, so I picked it up. I love this color, and y'all have asked me about this color over and over again in live stream, so I picked it up. I got a honey potion sample from Pharmacy. Dr. Jart, the liquid ceramide. If you come back tomorrow and watch my best of 2019, you will see that although the liquid, I don't have the cream, I have the oil balm, but the liquid ceramide, although it was a late purchase in 2019, it made it into my best of 2019 skincare list. So I picked up a sample of that. The next, I got a 500-point perk of the Dr. Jart, and it was mainly because I wanted to try the cream to see how the cream compares to the oil balm that I am so in love with. So that was a 500-point perk from there. The next, I picked up another one of the Alpine Alpine berry water cream samples. That way I can try it for a little bit of an extended period of time again to see if I like it, if it has a place in my skincare routine before I take the plunge. And evidently, my full size item was a Tatcha product, and I don't even remember what this is. The routine refresher. All right. So it is a 500-point perk as well. It has, I love these little pots. When I travel, I can dig out of my big pot, put it in my little pot, and it's friendly through TSA. And it's also enough to get me through a week. And then I am also in love with Tatcha's the deep cleanse. It has actual loofah in it, which I didn't realize was an actual plant, a fruit that people, I guess, eat. I didn't realize that, but the fibers make excellent tools for exfoliation and like skincare products. So that was it. So the only thing I guess I bought that was full size out of this was the Kat Von D. Everything else were samples and point perks. So that's it out of that one. Let's go to Ulta and talk about toners, because I think that is what's in this box. All right. Hi, B-Star. Hi, Carmen, Regina, Sabrina, Mrs. Q, Sonja, Kimberly, Sunny Skies, Delise. I think I got everyone. Okay. This is not necessarily something that you need in your, not this brand isn't something that you need in your skincare routine, but it is pure luxury. And once you use them, you will never ever go back to a regular cotton pad round. And they are the Shiseido facial cotton. You don't have to worry about those little cotton fibers. You don't have to worry about the pads, the cotton pads tearing. And this is it. Not necessary. I have ones that I picked up at the drugstore. I have some that I picked up at Dollar Tree, at Walmart, at Target, at Walgreens, wherever I can find them. And I usually wait and pick them up during the Sephora sale because they are so much cheaper. But I needed some, and they happen to go perfectly with the two products that I picked up. All right, so story behind these two products. I had not been home for a few months. And my sister and I, we talk skincare. She'll come to Atlanta. We'll go to the makeup shows. When we cruised together for my birthday, we did our facials together. So I mean, we have that in common. My sister is also in the 40 group now. So and she's, those things are important to her. Well, we had been talking. I'd been home a couple months before. I saw her and I said, you need to incorporate a toner, some essence, and an oil in your skincare routine. She was already using a vitamin C, but using vitamin C and not using SPF is counterintuitive. Couple months go by, I'm not at home. I get home and I see her, and the first thing I ask her is, what are you using on your face? Her complexion was clear and smooth and bright and hydrated. She looked like she was 5 years younger. And I was like, what are you using? Because it clearly is not what I'm using for you to get results that quick. And she went and grabbed a bottle of toner. And they are from the brand Exuviance, and they are from Sephora. I'm sorry, Ulta. You can pick these up at Ulta. Uh, these are amazing. The Embrace, which is the Hydra Prep pH Balance Toner, is for normal to combination skin, and the Relax, which is the Hydra Soothe Refresh Toner, is for sensitive and dry skin. She has now used both of these, love them both equally. I have tried them both, and when I was home, used her toner and immediately came back and purchased both of them because I noticed a significant difference in the fading of these blemishes on my face after using her products. So one of them has glycolic PHA acid and botanical extracts. It targets the skin's natural pH, it hydrates and prepares the skin. And this one is amazing. But the one that soothes, that hydrates, it also has a PHA, hyaluronic acid, and cucumber extract. Um, this one is amazing as well. They do not have the little pump dispenser on it like the Ren Glow Tonic. So it in all of these toners, I was gonna need some cotton pads, but because these have the little tops that you actually shake, um, they can get a little messier. So I wanted to make sure that I had good cotton pads that weren't gonna leave traces of cotton all over my face if the cotton pad was not evenly moistened, if that makes sense. So these were recently on sale during, Sabrina, what sale was it? I know they were 30% off, but I cannot remember which one of them, whether it was 21 days or what the sale was going on at Ulta, but they were 30% off. These are regular $29 per bottle, and they were on sale for $20.30. So I picked those up. The question about which one of them is best for hyperpigmentation, it is actually the Embrace, the one for the normal combination, because it helps to reset the pH in your skin, and because it's targeting that, right? Because this is just, blemishes are just a collection of melanin. That's what scars are. It's just a collection of melanin, like it's a bruise where melanin has collected because of the trauma from that spot. So in order to eliminate that or to help diminish it, you need to reset the pH so that you can tell that melanin or that scar that it needs to dissipate. So the Hydra Prep with the pH Balance Toner is the one that you want for that, Mrs. Q. All right. So that was it out of that box. The next one is, okay, couple samples. This is the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm. I wanted to try it because I was running out of eye cream, was looking for something. Y'all know I like trying samples I um, before I take the plunge. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the full size of this, and I haven't even tried it. And as we go through, and I don't know if that stuff's over here because there's so much stuff. But anyway, it'll be great in my travel bag. If all else fails, I can pair it with the Fresh Nutrition Booster, and it'll be amazing even if it sucks. But I have had good luck with Belief, and you know that if you've been in any of my recent skincare videos, I did haul the full size of the Hydrating Aqua Bomb Toner from the same brand. I also picked up this Pure Fro Moisture Spray. They were on clearance for $10. They had been significantly more than this. Celebrity stylist, celebrity hairstylist to the celebrities. And I picked this up. I've been eager to try it, and I picked up 2 of them. I gifted one to my mom at Christmas time. So I haven't tried it yet, but it's supposed to be great for natural hair. The hairstylist is Jamaican, and his entire product line is focused on natural hair care. So curlier textures, focused on um, dreadlocks or curls and hydration. So considering my natural hair texture, I thought this would be great, and it is 5 fluid ounces or 150 mils. All right, so I went a little crazy for this next brand. And I am going to send um, QVC to the Enabler Corner. I am going to send my esthetician from my birthday cruise to the Enabler Corner. I am going to send Relash Day Spa at Opryland Hotel in Nashville to the Enabler Corner. I'm going to send a slew of YouTubers to the Enabler Corner. And quite honestly, I'm going to take my own butt to the Enabler Corner because this is not my first rodeo with Elemis. But I will say that this is the first time that I felt worth the splurge. And y'all know I splurge and treat myself all the time. So, not in that regard, but that the science, the product, the technology, the results with this product, and the fact that I am now a 40 plus professional woman of color, that it's okay to splurge and spend some money on the largest organ that I have in my body, which is my skin. So I took the plunge and I have gone Elemis crazy. Now, what I loved about my cruise is that they had ladies pamper parties every other day on the cruise. Yeah, every other day. So between every other day going to the pamper party and getting this nutrition boost in my skin of Elemis products, I also took advantage and booked a biotech facial on the cruise. So for what was it, 6 days? We were gone for 6 days? 7 days. We were gone for 7 days. So for of those 7 days, I had the luxury of 4 days, 4 of the 7 days, with either a pamper party or an Elemis facial. I came back, felt really good about my results, immediately started buying products, and then shared my experiences via text with the tribe. And I know many of you picked up products at great prices with the holiday promotions. They all included at least one full size product. And I'm just going to share with you what I purchased. I am only going to show you one of each set, but do know that I purchased multiples because Elemis is extremely expensive. And I already seen the proof in the pudding. When I got off of the cruise ship, I felt like I was 3 years younger in my face versus a year older, having celebrated a birthday on the cruise. All right, so the first thing are the samples that came with the purchase. These are, travel friendly, and I've got a few of these, so they have traveled. It is the Superfood Day Cream and the Superfood Vital Veggie Mask. I am excited to try the Vital Veggie Mask because I picked up a couple of other Elemis masks. They work. They like immediate results. One of the things that they tell you when you've had a professional Elemis treatment is that as you use the products, your skin gets better if you take a few things home, of course, to maintain it. But even if you don't, your face looks amazing after the facial. But even a couple of days later, you can still see that your skin is actually getting better where it's responding to that facial. So these were just sample products. The superfood line from Elemis is um, basically all of those superfoods that we're supposed to eat. They figured out a way to put it in your skincare so that you get the benefits externally while you're eating those products to getting the benefits internally. All right, the next is the peptide 24/7 around the clock essentials. It comes with a gentle foaming face wash. It comes with the peptide recovery night oil cream. I love this. It is amazing. It comes with a full size of the peptide 4 eye cream, and it comes with the adaptive day cream. I do like the adaptive day cream. It has technology in it that as your skin is in and out of different environments throughout the day, that technology kind of responds and senses what your skin needs and will respond by delivering more or less of that, more or less hydration. So I really like this. And for $49, the full size eye recovery cream is like $50 by itself. So everything else is a plus, extras, right? Here's the other thing. In the chat, I want to know how many of you, when you, other than toner, if you're applying it or an essence by hand, how many of you put product in your palm and apply it to your face? In the chat, let me see how many are using your palm versus how many of you are using like your fingertips to apply your product. Let me see that in the chat. Okay, Regina's using fingertips. Clove is using palm. Brina, palm. She's sweating. Kim, fingertips. Regina, palm for creams. Okay? So, here's what you should be doing. I want you to look at your hand right now. And unless you've been doing amazing things this morning, your hand probably looks like mine, which means that my palms are dry. My palms seem to stay dry. Palms are the reason that I live with lotions in my purse. Palms are the reason that after I wash my hands wherever I am, my feet and my hands feel like they're dry. Your palms stay dry. So anytime you are applying products in your palm, you are going to apply more because your palms are dry. So they're going to absorb a lot of those products because your hands need them. Your fingertips stay a bit more hydrated and you will use less product if you apply a little bit on your fingertip and then distribute with your fingertips and apply, whether it's patting, whether it's stroking your fingertips. And Elemis products, you only use a little bit. Like, even you should never have enough product that feels like the first segment of your finger. That's too much. And I don't care how big or how small your hands are. You only need a little bit of their products because they are so extremely potent. But you want to put products on your fingertips, warm it up and distribute it at either your strokes or either your patting motion, your essences, particularly if you're using the Tatcha or anything like that, then those you put in your palm and you warm up, praying motion, right, just to distribute, and then you pat. If you're using like a Korean splash mask, which I love, then those are full hands, because of course you've got a complete bowl of water that you're using, that product is in, and that you're able to apply it to. But for everything else except your eye cream, you should only be using fingertips. And for your eyes, it is the ring finger only. It has the least pressure, the lightest touch of all of your digits on your hand. This one, and the only one, is the one that you should be using under your eyes. All right, that is the 24/7 peptide. I also purchased the Elemis Power Pack, and I got it because it has the resurfacing facial in it, the dynamic refacial wash, which is a completely different line than the superfood, and it's different from the 24/7 peptide collection. The resurfacing mask, I wanted to try their toner, and this is the Soothing Apricot Toner. It's for calming. It also helps to soothe the skin. It helps with the pH. It helps your complexion to look refreshed. The next one, which I went ahead and bought the full size of, I'm going to show you, is the papaya enzyme peel, which is a chemical exfoliator. It's going to help to eat up all of the little dead skin, the dead patches, the dry spots. That is what the papaya enzyme peel does. And then the last product is the Pro-Collagen Marine Cream. I also got a full or a pretty large size of the marine cream in the original packaging, but this one is great for travel. $39, great way to sample a completely different spread of the Elemis products. You only need a little bit, because remember, we're moving from putting stuff in our palms. That's a lot of pressure. I mean, you snap things and hold things and grip things, and you're trying to keep the skin on your face taut. So why would we constantly be applying things with our palms? This is like rough, textured. This is like the worker part of your hand. Fingers not so much lighter, much more even. When you go and get a facial, they are not doing this to your face. They are doing motions like this to your face. So no more palms, no more palms. Go to your fingertips and make sure that you are only using your ring finger for around your eye and your orbital bone. All right. So we've talked about this one. I have not tried this toner yet, but I am giddy to try it, because this toner has to compete with these. So we'll see if this one's going to be worth the money, because these have already shown me their truth. So I'm really curious about that one. And this one has its work cut out for it as well. All right. So the next, we're getting there. Not quickly, but we're getting there. All right. So this set, and just I purchased 2 of these, and both of them are right here. I haven't broken either one of these out. I may end up giving one to my sister for Valentine's Day, just maybe. I purchased 2 of these. One of these is already in full effect. This eye cream is the bomb. Do you hear me? But I'm going to keep it out, because I'm going to talk to you about eye creams. I love that. Okay, listen. When I did my biotech consultation about, you're welcome, Sylvia. I hope you will stick around and subscribe and hit the bell and come back and interact with me often. This is a new venture on my channel. So glad to have you. Um, the biotech facial, and I've talked about this in my last skincare haul. We're going to start getting into demos, not doing that today, but what I shared, and I'll reiterate since we have some new people here, is the biotech facial has amazing technology. When you go and look in the mirror, and I'm loving mine right now, what you're seeing is all dead skin. It is the oldest skin. It has risen to the top. It is the skin that is ready to shed, which is why AHAs are important. AHAs, because AHAs help with the top layer of the skin. BHA acids help with the underlying layers of skin. So you need a skincare routine that's going to incorporate both, so that you're treating what people are seeing, but you're also treating what's underneath, so that when it rises to the top, it is its best version of dead skin. That's AHAs take care of the top layer, BHAs take care of the underdermis levels. So if you've had questions about, do I need one, do I need the other, do I use both? You need both in your skincare routine if you are building a more elaborate skincare routine. Again, I've already talked about the 5 things that you need if you're going to build what I'll call a beginner or baseline healthy skincare routine. But AHAs and BHAs, those acids have very different they do very different things in your skincare routine. You need both. AHAs, BHAs, very different. We're not going to talk about BHA recommendations today, but it's coming. All right, back to this kit. This is the line that makes this is the line that put Elemis on cruise ships. All right, I've told you about this technology before. So the story goes, scientists on a dive trip found a shipwreck, found this algae marine stuff growing all over the shipwreck, pulled a piece of that off of the shipwreck, and realized that this marine algae that was growing all over this boat had perfectly preserved the ship underneath. The diver scientist starts studying this technology, and that is where the Pro-Collagen line stems from. If it can preserve a boat in salty water for an extreme period of time and keep it perfectly encapsulated, that's the kind of product that I'm looking for. And that is the reason that for many years, you could not find these products outside of Europe, and you could only find them in the US on cruise ships. It is the reason that QVC bent over backwards to get this line on its retail shelves and on the show, because you couldn't just buy Elemis everywhere. Now you can pick it up at spas. You can order it directly from Elemis online. You can get it from Nordstrom. You can find it at Ulta. You cannot find it at Sephora. But that is kind of the story behind this marine collagen. You're right, Delise. Elemis is everything. And I realize that as much as I spend on skincare and exploring, different brands and stuff, it's okay to get the Rolls Royce of skincare and incorporate that into my daily routine as well, because your girl is worth it. And we're talking about, self-care. Each and every one of you are worth it as well, which was why I really wanted to push my tribe sisters that were focused on skincare and anti-aging and doing a better job of self-care in 2020 to take advantage of these amazing deals, because a little bit of product goes a long way when you are applying it with your tips in the right portion instead of your palm. It's the best of the skincare lines that are out there. It is absolutely amazing. All right, let's talk about what's in this one. This one is the Pro-Collagen Anti-Aging Trio. Anti-aging because remember the boat story? It all ties together. This is the starter kit. It has the Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm. Let me tell you, this was a part of every single pamper party on board. And to my amazement, they had us to use the Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm without any water. No water. We cleansed. They came around, gave us enough, because these were DIY so that you could see how to use the product, the texture, see the amount that you should be using, but also to help you take the techniques and the practice back home. But we got the cleansing balm and applied it. Oh, and it felt so heavily and it broke down. And I was expecting them to like bring us like damp towels or maybe some kind of cleansing wipe or something. We went straight from cleansing to toner. That's how we actually removed the cleansing balm, was with toner, because that helps to reset the pH of your skin. The next is the Pro-Collagen Advanced Eye Treatment, which is the full-size item in here. Go on to elemis.com, go on to QVC, and check and see what the price of this one eye treatment is. QVC may not be the best place. Elemis, Ulta, Nordstrom, check on the price of this. $68. These are huge sizes of product that, if you're using the right amount, are going to last for a very long time. All right, back to the bio. Okay, let me the last thing, Pro-Collagen, which is the marine cream, which again is like the cornerstone product for the LMS brand. They now have the same product with SPF. So if you don't have an SPF or you aren't using an SPF, to get a moisturizer that has SPF included is great. I don't use their SPF because y'all know women of color, the not all SPF looks great on our skin. It's not all photogenic. It makes us sometimes look gray and ashy and dead. I don't know if I was top of mind. My complexion was top of mind when Elemis was building their SPF version of this, but I decided I'm just going to stick with the OG, the original, and I will use my Clinique SPF on top of my products. Now, let's get back to this eye care, because I know this is important. I have operated I've been using an eye cream forever. I'm talking about 10 plus years. Long before I needed one, but trying to get ahead of it. All right? Black don't crack, but it sure as hell will fold. And some of my aunts have flawless skin, but the texture underneath their eyes have changed. So knowing that I am prone to that genetically, I started fighting against that early. The good news is that I don't have it on both sides of the family. So that trait is on my mom's dad's side, so my grandfather's side of the family. My grandmother, so my mom's mom, flawless skin, but I've got to try to combat that side, that gene pool. But my mom's mom side and my dad's mom's side, flawless. But I'm not playing with the odds, so I'm working again. I'm working to fight against it. So when I went in for this biotech facial, one of the things they do is they look again, see, they talk about what your skincare concerns are. They do a top layer analysis to see what's going on with your skin. Is it oily? Is it dry? Do you have patches? Is it combinations? Is it no? They do that full assessment. But the biotech technology actually takes a picture and looks underneath to see what's happening, right? That level that needs like the BHAs, the underdermis levels to see what's going on there so that they can treat that too, so that as that skin rises to the top, it's the best possible version of outward skin that you can have. Major concern I had was under eye. I have used serums, I have used eye creams, I have used eye moisturizers, I have used I've used it all, but I didn't feel like anything worked. One, realized in that consultation, completely applying my eye cream wrong. Yes, I've always done it with my ring finger, never done it with anything else, because even my grandmother, even as a little girl, when she would apply her oil of Olay around her eyes, she was like, baby girl, this one right here, this is the only one we ever use around our eyes. So I've never been a person that has put any other finger around my eye area. But I was like, maybe I need a serum, maybe I need a cream, maybe I need something that's gonna cream the oil. I don't know. During that consultation, what the esthetician told me is, for my eye concerns, I need both. I need an eye serum and I need an eye cream, and I need to use them together, not one or the other. She showed me how to properly apply them. We're going to get to that in a demo. You're going to have to just come back for that. But for my particular eye concerns, so darkness, I did not want the fine lines, the dark circles, the puffiness. I felt like I wanted to combat everything. She said, you need an eye serum, because serums are the most potent. Even when you're doing serums on your face, if you aren't, and I know I've not said that that's one of the five, but again, if you're looking for basic and just trying to build a routine, I'm not going to give you too many steps. But a serum is the most potent ingredient from a skin application routine process. Same thing for the eyes. The serum has the highest potency of the products that you need to fight against those eye and skin concerns. It also has the smallest molecules. If you recall, we did the pinch test a couple of weeks ago to check the density in the different kinds of skin, and we all agreed that the skin here and here and here feels different than it feels here. This needs something different from all of those other parts. The serum is formulated so that we're going to talk about that, Clove, and I'm answering that now. So the thing about your eye serum is that the molecules in eye products are specifically formulated to be much, much, much smaller molecules, because the texture of the skin around our eye is so very delicate, way different. Just take these two fingers, and pinch here and here. Very different. That is taken into consideration in your eye serums and your eye creams, that orbital bone, orbital structure, the texture of that skin, the thickness or the delicacy of it it needs something different. I need for a product to address all of that, which is where the serum comes in for this one. But I also need something that's going to hold the moisture, that is going to respond, that's going to protect the underlayer from environmental aggressors. So that's the need for the eye cream. It's a little bit thicker. It's going to help seal and protect. I have seen absolutely amazing results since learning. I don't need one or the other because of the skincare concerns that I have or the eye care concerns that I have. I need both. You should also keep in mind that as you are applying your eye cream or serum or both, or a mixture of your eye cream and your nutrition booster, skincare nutrition booster, that you don't want to be right underneath your eye when you apply. You really want to make sure that you're kind of targeting the underneath area, because the product, good products, they will travel, it's going to spread, and your eye is mobile. So the more you're moving your eye, the more you're looking around, that triggers that skin underneath. It's going to be pulling that product. And if you put it too close, you're going to pull it in your eye. And I know we have a lot of contact wearers. We have a lot of folks that have sensitive eyes. Again, getting the right product, the right finger, and her showing me the right technique for applying the eye cream and then purging those toxins that have accumulated under the eye. Because if you have puffiness, if you have dark spots under your eyes, that is nothing more than your body saying, I need more water, I need more sleep, and I'm trying to purge all of these things that you are not, that it's the toxins that build up from not having enough water, not eating right, not getting enough sleep. Your eyes, they call it the window to the soul, because it's telling on you. So for her to share all of that, and I've got the right products now, whew, I'm going to stall off my granddaddy side jeans when it comes to those sagging eyes, y'all. All right, I'm not done. When I tell y'all I went deep, 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 deep and dark into elements territory, I'm not lying. Here we go. So the next thing that I got is the Elements Pro-Collagen Super Serum Elixir. Y'all, all this does is it fights fine lines and wrinkles. It is packed full of peptides. It is packed full of that Padina Pravonica, which is that collagen that saved that shipwrecked boat. It is packed full of that. It has African birch in it. It has tripeptides in it. It plumps, it smooths, it nourishes. It's the serum. It's going to feed all of these other parts of my skin. Specific to eye, this serum, superfood nutrition for the rest of my face. This is a 15 mil or a half fluid ounce. It's an anti-aging line, cornerstone again from the Pro-Collagen line. It's a little one, but it is jam-packed, potent. And remember, we're not putting things in our palms anymore. We're putting it on our fingertips. So a small tube, even though it's expensive, it's going to go a long way, because we're not trying to hydrate our palms, which is what happens when you do this and do this. Your palms just soaked up half of what you put in, so then you feel like I don't have enough on my face, because you don't, because your palm soaked it up. But guess what you do? You go back, you put more in your palm, you do the same thing again. You're fighting against fine lines and wrinkles and sagging. And what do? You take the roughest, hardest, toughest part of your hand to manipulate your face. Think about that. Any ahas? All right, this next product is the one that I have. I've traveled with it since I got it. I have it in my shower. I have it. I think I bought two, three, four, five sets, but I did gift one to my sister, and it is this set right here. Again, back to the superfoods. Remember the samples from this. So this is it's got the Veggie Vital Mask and it has the Superfood Day Cream. I will tell you, I like the Superfood Day Cream, but let me tell you, baby, there is nothing that compares to this right here. I love the adaptive one that comes in this one. But for my skin, it needs the Rolls Royce. I don't have to have the SPF. I got my SPF game on lock. But this right here, that's a game changer. All right, here is what this set is. And it was $48, and you get 2 full-size products in this one for $48. Just go and Google really quick Elemis Superfood Facial Wash and let me know what price you see come back. This has the full size face wash. It has the full size of the Superfood Black Currant Jelly Exfoliator. See, there's a theme here. Physical exfoliation, chemical exfoliation, chemical exfoliation. The enzyme papaya peel, chemical exfoliation. You gotta, if you aren't doing anything to take care of the outer layer to get that regulated, if you aren't doing anything, then just drinking water, it's not gonna help, because remember, top layer, and then you have those inner dermis layers. You gotta do something to take care of both. One product is not going to do both. One AHA is not going to do both. It'll take care of your glow up here, but it's not going to do anything. Those scars are just going to continue to come to the top because you're not doing anything to tell those under layers, it's okay, soothe, trauma's gone, let's, break up, let's fade, let's diminish, like that one is doing. That one's going to go away. Nothing on my face so far today. All right. Listen. Tribe Sisters, how many of you have purchased this and how many of you have already tried it? I'm looking in the chat. Anybody, even anybody, 22 of you are here. Anybody purchased this one and have you tried the Superfood Facial Wash? All right. While you're sending your responses. So the key to this facial wash is it applies to dry skin, dry hands, dry skin. I'm going to say that again because somebody's going to mess it up. Dry, clean. Let me rephrase that. Clean, dry hands on a dry face. You only need a little bit and you apply it in circular motions because it's going to help with exfoliating. It is not considered an exfoliator. It is a very hydrating facial wash, but to maximize the use of this product, clean, dry hands, apply a little bit on your fingertip, spread it around, circular motions on dry skin. I started just using my hands at the sink and in the shower to wash it off. I did that for the first 2 weeks. And then I had the epiphany of, wait a minute, circular motions. Let me pull out my Clarisonic. Because I kind of put my Clarisonic aside, even though it has done amazing things and it will always be a part of my skincare routine. And believe it or not, I'm a crazy person because I have a backup Clarisonic. Because my very first one, when it died, I ended up going about 2 weeks without one because I was traveling and stuff was going on. So I keep a backup of not only the brushes, but I have an unopened, never used Clarisonic. Keep one in this house at all times. But I have for the last 13 days been clean, dry hands, palm, circular motion to coat everything, working it in really good, and then in the shower in the morning and at the sink or at the shower at night, using my Clarisonic in those circular motions in order to it supercharged it, powered it, and I don't know now if I can just go back to just using it with my hands, because when I tell you my face is so fresh and clean and hydrated and moisturized when I'm done, it feels like I don't need to do anything else with it. But the next product is the black currant jelly exfoliator. If you can use that by itself, it can be used daily. It can be used as a treatment or as a spa service at home, DIY spa service. But let me tell you, it has these little granules in it that help to support the exfoliation and buffing out. It's not, it can be used on sensitive skin. The product is very mild. It has a clean, kind of earthy, spa like smell to it. So does the facial wash. You do not rinse that off. You use a dark cloth, because the black currant, I've used all different colors of cloths because I I know how to wash laundry, so it's not staining or anything. But a clean, they recommend a clean, dark cloth because the black currant is dark and can stain. But you take a warm towel, and I'm using a microfiber towel on the smooth side, and gently remove it. The oils, the hydration, the brightness, the smoothness, it is absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that it can be used every day, I think, is amazing, because you should be doing something at least 1 or 2 times a week to take care of the outer skin. But if your skin is not super sensitive and you can use a product that allows you to do something every day, because skin cells are dying and turning over every day. If you can use a product like a Clarisonic, like a toner, like a jelly exfoliator, like Tatcha's rice enzyme powder, something that's going to help polish and keep all of that turning over, it's superb. And then, because if you're dermaplaning, it's actually getting to the skin. And if you are derma rolling, you are actually creating these little channels to help get those really, really good ingredients down to the BHA levels of treatment, like down to your dermis. It makes a world of difference. The last thing in this set, which was again $49, and I think Sabrina said that the face wash by itself was $25 at Ulta. is their facial oil. Now, I am a believer from my childhood that you should be putting, as my great grandmother would say, you need some grease on your face. I don't care whether you're black, white, Latina, Asian, Native American. I don't care what you are. I don't care what your skin type is. You need oil for your skin. Folks that have oily skin, one, I'm jealous because I only have kind of an oily T zone. But if you have an oily skin type, you are less prone to show signs of aging, like wrinkles and fine lines. But oil production is also a way that your skin is trying to accommodate, and it's not balanced. It needs the pH in it needs to be balanced to help decrease that sebum production, and you also should be drinking water. So, incorporating an oil, whether you are normal or combination or dry or whatever, an oil is important. I'm not saying go out look like a grease bomb. I'm not saying stick your hand in a vat of Vaseline and slather it all over your face, but your face needs oil. The superfood facial oil is very light, very effective. It has a great smell, great texture, and Elemis in this particular set recommends you do your superfood facial wash first. Then you go back and do your jelly exfoliator. And then before you do any other steps in your skincare routine, you use the superfood facial oil. Now, Elemis estheticians tone your skin in between every single product application. I kind of feel like that's counterintuitive because I want to keep that product on my face. But I was thinking about that in the wrong way because a toner is not going to remove the product. It just makes sure that whatever step you have just taken, whatever product you have applied, that your skin receives it evenly by getting it back to a neutral pH level so that it's ready for the next step. Now, am I toning after every single step? No, I'm not. I have not gotten there yet because I have a multi-step skincare routine. And if I start doing that all the time at home, then I don't know that I would enjoy a facial as much, maybe, because my skin will have gotten adjusted to it. But after cleansing, absolutely every single time, morning and night, I am toning. And I am toning after masks that I feel are doing something other than moisture or hydration. So if I'm using, for example, a charcoal type mask to clarify my skin, like the Umbra from Fresh or like the Boscia white, I think it's called white charcoal mix. When I remove those, I am going back and toning because those are kind of a little bit more drying. They're purging the skin. I want to make sure that it's at a neutral pH. But I'm not doing it after every single what I'll call prep step. Maybe I'll get there, but right now not. This right here, clean, dry hands, palm. Then add water, circular motions, and rinse. I am now using my Clarisonic, but I am still applying with clean, dry hands in circular motions, and then using my damp Clarisonic to remove it. I am using this one twice a week right now, 2 weekdays. I got other things that I've been using on the weekend for the last 13 days. So this has only been during the week. And this every single day. I need the full size of this. I do not have a full size of this, but there's more. All right. Let me get my, need to clear some space. Bear with me. All right. Next and final are 3 last products. All right. Still got a stack over there. Okay. I think that my, yay, Regina! I'm so glad I dermaplaned yesterday. I felt like, oh my goodness, my skin is about to retaliate against me. I have got to do it. I feel that my marionette lines, my smile lines, have diminished considerably over the last 4 to 5 months. I wouldn't say 6 months. I'm going to just say the last about 3 to 4 months. If you go back and watch some of my videos, with or without makeup, I think you will also be able to tell the difference. All right. I am cautious. I'm trying to make sure I'm not gonna offend in my statement. I am cautious of taking skincare advice or trusting product knowledge from someone that does not research products, because y'all, I'm a nerd in every sense of the word. It does not matter whether it is baking or decorating a cake, or whether it's a legal case, or whether it's an IT issue, or whether I'm a nerd. I want to know the ins and outs. I loved encyclopedias growing up. And the best thing that has been created for me right now as a nerd is artificial intelligence, because Alexa, Siri, and Google get worn the hell out wherever I am, because I want to know, and I need to know right now. If I got a question, give me some information, get me started, and then I'll go and find other information. So I am leery to take information about anything from people that are not well versed in it and have experimented or done other things. I am also leery, especially leery, to take skin care product recommendations from anyone in the YouTube space who is always caked up in foundation and glowing to the gods, because I need to know what you have underneath. I need to know what you're concealing. Your skin does not look like that when you wake up. Mine woke up like this morning. I'm really proud of that. But I need to know, when you see me on any given video with makeup on, you may not see this at all because I've concealed, or maybe I've got on a thicker foundation. Or you might see a little bit of this peeking through, because I'm okay with the condition of my skin. What I'm not going to do, though, is spend my money from someone that will sit and talk about their skin and you never see it naked. I'm not going to take skincare advice from someone that never talks about consistency, never talks about gut health having a place in what comes out of your skin. And I sure as hell am not going to take advice from somebody that doesn't incorporate this. There are just certain things that are like non-negotiables for me, and where I supplement my research in opinions There are just certain things I have got to see and hear and know before I trust this face with your product recommendations. Like it, love it, hate it, it's my truth. If you're comfortable doing that, then more power to you. But for me, because I am such a nerd, because I'm such a inquisitive person, when it comes to this thing called life, and in this regard, skincare, I'm just going to take my best advice from people that have done their research. I'm sorry for anybody that has a different, you know what, nope, I'm not apologizing, because on my vision board I put that I was going to stop apologizing for who I am. So I'm not apologizing for that. That's just that I'm sharing on my platform how I make product decisions. All right. My eyes, y'all. We've talked about a bunch of different things. My eyes are a major concern. Marionette lines, I think I got a system, a process in place that is helping with those. Thank God for the dermaplaning, because I know that that has helped with the marionette lines. But if there is anything else that I can do to stall off those genes, those potential genes around my eyes, I'm going to do it, which is why I picked up the Elemis Pro-Collagen Hydra-Gel mask. Even with my professional on-board biotech facial with Elemis, the esthetician, used these Hydra-Gel eye mask. And when I tell you, I think I did a live and I talked about how I felt about my skin coming back from the cruise. Part of what I was talking about was not just my skin, but the fact that there was this light and brightness around my eyes. So in addition to the serum, in addition to the eye cream, there was also this Pro-Collagen, these eye masks. I had to get them. These things are expensive, but trust and believe they work. I have been doing some research, which was at 4 o'clock this morning, on the tool that actually kind of took this over the top. I have not finished my research yet, so I'm not going to share that because I don't want to lead anybody wrong or give you advice on something that I haven't purchased or that I haven't tried yet outside of a professional setting. But these are the 3-pack. They come in a 6-pack. The 6-pack is available on Nordstrom and QVC for $6. The cheapest way to get them is the 3-pack on Ulta. So you spend less buying 2 3-packs than buying the 6-pack from QVC and Nordstrom. So if you're looking to take the plunge, this would be like a once a month eye treatment for me. So I feel like I've got a half a year's worth right here. Regina, I do have I have a new face. I also have a microderm abrasion from New Skin, I think is the brand. And I also have what is known in YouTube land as the face spatula. And when I told my esthetician that I had it, she looked at me and she said, "You really are a skincare junkie." I do have a new face. I do have new face. I love it. And the last company that I worked for, bunch of men, we were at lunch one day and I was telling them about the new face. And oh my goodness, I mean, I could do a whole comedy routine on the comments and the jokes that they talked about with me using New Face. Between the guys at work and my mom, I should be embarrassed to even mention that I have it, but I do have it and it produces amazing results. Amazing. But these will be a once a month, and I am going to use this today because I had my facial in early December. I didn't have these in January. We are now officially in February, and I am going to just to stay on track. I'm going to incorporate it into my first skincare Saturday of every month. So that's one a month for the next 6 months. These help. They have the Padina Pravanica, which I've told you about. They have hyaluronic acid. They smooth, they tighten, they hydrate. They focus on the fine lines and wrinkles. And we're talking about the wrinkles around the eyes, like the crow's feet. The women in my family don't have crow's feet. Let me think. My great aunt has like maybe like two. They aren't real prevalent because she knows there's a tendency and she continues to focus on them. And she's, a youthful 80 years old. Um, but they are not bad compared to what I've seen out of even some 30 and 40-year-olds for what she has at 80. If I can hold them off for that long, I think I'll be at peace. All right, last two things from Elemis is I purchased the full size of the papaya enzyme peel, which is the same as the little small peel that came in this pack. And again, it's going to exfoliate. It is a twice weekly. You use it twice a week. And it is a rinse off treatment. It exfoliates with fruit enzymes. So fruits, the acids from fruits are really big, clean products that you're seeing in a lot of products right now because of the acids in them. They're pretty good for sensitive skins, which means that they're good for everyone. And they just kind of eat away at the darkness and dead skins and so forth. This particular one is papaya and pineapple. Fresh has one that I want to demo on here. It's a two-step process, but it is also a papaya enzyme peel. So I want to try that one. It's rich in vitamin E. It has the marine algae in it, which helps to moisturize, repair, and protect the skin. So I picked it up in the full size. This says you exfoliate exfoliate and purify tired, lackluster skin. It's non-abrasive. Mild papaya enzymes and papaya extract gently work to refine and smooth skin. The unique active base is enriched with bladderwrack, a couple of other things I can't pronounce, and antioxidant-rich vitamins E and B3 to help moisturize and condition. Skin is left soft, revitalized, and radiant. You apply to cleansed skin, avoiding the delicate eye area. Leave on for 10 to 15 minutes and remove with lukewarm water. So not a cloth. You're going to actually fully rinse with this one. And then, of course, you'll need to make sure that you follow up with your next skincare steps, which could include toning if you're doing that after every step. So I picked that one up. And then the last, not the last purchase, but the last thing we're going to talk about today in Elemis is the Elemis Peptide 4 1,000 flower mask. I got the full size of it. It's for tired looking skin. It has peptide 4, which is peptide 4 is in the adaptive cream. Where's the box? Here we go. Peptide 4 is in the eye recovery cream that I'm using. Peptide 4 is also in the adaptive day cream that came in this kit that we talked about earlier. So it has that technology in it. It has Nordic peat. It has a willow complex. And in addition to the peptide 4, it illuminates, smooths, and revitalizes. It says the skin synchronizing mineral rich mask contains Elemis peptide 4 and sweet clover extract to help revitalize skin. Formulated with Nordic peat, organic matter from thousands of flowers, rich in humectant and fulvic acid to help revive tired looking skin. The unique willow complex encourages gentle exfoliation to restore the skin's natural radiance. You apply this once a week for 15 minutes. Remove it with warm water and a dark cloth. So a warm, clean towel, dark cloth, because this mask is dark. Only need a thin layer of it, 15 minutes, and the results are absolutely noteworthy. Amazing. This particular mask is a part of Elemis's advanced skincare line. The the Pro-Collagen Super Serum Elixir is a part of their anti-aging, along with the eye mask. That's a part of their anti-aging line. And then I just dropped it in here, but now where did I put the papaya enzyme peel is also a part of their advanced skincare line. I'm about to go do my skincare because now I've shown y'all all of the element stuff, so I can. I'm actually no. I'm gonna film my best of 2019 so that video goes up tomorrow so that you can see what made my hits of 2019 list, and then I'm gonna do my skincare and then try to get this whole situation or figure out where I'm gonna film so that I can start doing some demos. What products? I saw Regina is using several products. We've talked about the new face. Brina, I know you purchased several of them. Delise, I know you have them. Of the 20 of you that are still in the chat, how many of you have a Clarisonic? Not necessarily saying you got a backup, but do you have a Clarisonic? Whether it's a Mia, whether it's one that you can use the body brush on, whether it's the new one that has all of the cool fancy attachments to it. I have one of those too, which is not considered my backup. Does everyone in here have a Clarisonic? In the respond in the live chat. Okay, so Sabrina. Hi, Yvette Bryant. Welcome to the live chat. Regina, you have it. Regina, have you tried the eye attachment with the balls on it? I need to talk to somebody about that one. B-Star has one with the backup. Sonja has one. Yep, Regina, I have the old Pro model as well. Sylvia has it. Mrs. Q has it. Okay, I may need to place another Sephora order, which means I have not gone 24 hours without placing an order. All right, so my next question is, we talked about new face. How many people have a new face device or something that kind of delivers those electrical currents down to those lower dermis levels to help keep your skin tight? Is anyone else in new face territory? Okay, Regina, I'm going to have to check it out. Any other new face users? All right. Clove has the new face. Do you use it often? Do you like it? Yeah, new face is expensive, but it is worth it. Um, but it's kind of like using an Elemis product or going to get like a monthly facial or doing microdermabrasion, or I mean, it is amazing the cumulative results, and that's what I'm at the age I think that I'm looking for, because I feel that at my current 40 plus age that my skin is in better condition than when I was a teen or in my 20s or even in my 30s, because I'm paying more attention to what I eat, what I drink. I'm paying more attention to my routine. I actually have a routine. I'm not using harsh products. I'm more knowledgeable about skin health, all those other things that weren't really on my radar screen at that point. So I feel like my 40 plus skin is in better shape and healthier than the skin that I than the skin in prior decades of my life, if that makes any sense. So, oh wow, Regina. Well, listen, if you take care of it, then it will absolutely take care of you. That's my opinion. I don't want my face, my neck, my décolleté, or the back of my hands to tell my age. Just don't want that to happen. So, anyone else have doing dermaplaning? I know that Regina and I have talked about it a lot, but anyone else doing dermaplaning, and what are your thoughts on dermaplaning? Yeah, Regina, I thought I had one. I was washing with, skincare, and if I was acne prone, I was using for that, and I absolutely had a moisturizer, and I was using toner that was probably 150% alcohol, thinking it was supposed to burn in order to do its job. So I feel like I've always had a routine. It just wasn't always the best routine, or maybe not the best products for the routine that I was in. So Clove, the microdermabrasion that I have, I dermaplane, and I also have the Trophy Skin microderm abrasion system. And then I have the skin spatula. I can't remember the brand now, but I do have those. What are you skittish about, Sabrina? I will tell you, I concur with Regina that once you start dermaplaning, you will love it. Your skin will love it. The lights will love it. The sun around you will love it. When they talk about an inner glow or a natural glow, or it absolutely gives you that. It absolutely gives you that. So, um, oh, Yvette, I'm glad you found it helpful. Hope that you will absolutely come back. Hope you will come back. Yeah, Regina, right. It seems like it is invasive, but it is not. And let me tell you, your skin will thank you for it. These areas right here, let me tell you, I dermaplane the heck out of this area. Y'all know that I've shown before on my channel where I feel like I have hyperpigmentation and had a muzzle. That is much better from where it used to be. The other thing is derma rolling. Let me tell you, I have had to stop myself from derma rolling this area because I will derma roll. I'm going to derma roll, and I have definitely seen the results, the filling in of the collagen in that space where they are not as prevalent, and my makeup does not settle in those lines the way they used to. And it did not matter what brand it was. After a while, it was going to settle or crack in those lines. And since I started derma rolling, or AKA micro needling at home, that has diminished significantly. So I will take it, and y'all, I don't do needles. I don't do needles, but it does not hurt. For me to say it doesn't hurt, trust me, it does not hurt. What I will compare the feeling of derma planing to it feels like you're shaving your legs, plain and simple. That's what it feels like, plain and simple. If you can shave your legs, you can dermaplane. What derma rolling feels like is, thank you, Clove. What derma rolling feels like is if you have ever had sunburn, like a mild sunburn, or if you have had um like if you've been playing with like a baby that's starting to crawl and you've been doing it on carpet and you get like that carpet rash, carpet burn on your knees, that is the same sensation that you will get from derma rolling, but it doesn't last long. I prefer to derma roll on either Fridays or Saturdays because I do the full blown skincare thing and because I absolutely will not be wearing makeup. If I have to go somewhere that requires makeup, I just will not be going after a derma roll because I allow my skin to take advantage of breathing, being able to let my skin, creating those channels in my skin that allow all of those skin healthy ingredients to absorb. So if I do it on a Friday night, other than maybe lipstick or lip gloss or a balm, that's all I'm wearing for the weekend. And I don't care whether I'm going to church or whether I'm going out. I'm not putting anything on. And it's the same way if I do it on Saturday. The only way I will do it on a Sunday is if I am traveling on Monday and not going into the office because I will be just like this traveling. I like to give my skin a couple of days, if possible, where it really breathes and can take advantage of that. But I guess I'm a little, um, I okay. So here it is. After derma rolling, I don't like the idea of putting makeup on my face because I don't want the makeup in the channels that I want my essence and my vitamins and my serums um, to be in. So I want to make sure that my skin is that those channels are used for that, not where I'm creating potentially more issues by putting pigment pigmentation products on my skin that are now going to get to levels of my skin where they should not be. Thank you. I'm purse happy too. Thank you. So does that make sense about the derma rolling, derma planing, and that whole do I apply makeup afterwards? Yeah, and Regina, I'm not doing it for at least a day afterwards. One, because my face is all sensitive. I sometimes do get a little red because I'll tell you, I'm a little aggressive when it comes to my roller, and I didn't start that way, but now that I've gotten adjusted to it, I am a little bit more aggressive, particularly in this area and in this area because I want to maximize the channels. I want to maximize the collagen production. I will tell you that I had to learn the hard way about derma rolling. I have done it on wet skin. Wet skin is better than dry skin. But what I prefer so much more, and you'll have to tell me, Regina, how you do yours, but what I do is I use a clean brand oil. So right now I'm bouncing between the Tatcha Camellia oil and the Boscia Camellia oil, and I will do a light oil application. I may try it today with my Elemis oil, but a little bit of oil just to help with the glide, and then I immediately put my essence on because that's going to soak in and it helps to keep those channels open a little bit longer so that as I'm layering my skincare products, those channels are still open and able to receive that product. So I'm curious, Regina, how have you done yours? Yeah, let me tell you, the glow afterwards, y'all. This is yesterday's glow. I have not done anything to my face this morning. I woke up like this. I got up, I looked at the clock. I said, let me go brush my teeth. Let me go put my little Tatcha lip balm, camellia gold fleck oil on my lips. And I came to the camera. No water, no toner, no nothing. This is from yesterday. Skincare routine yesterday. Did not do I did not do a mask or anything, but I did derma plane. It is freaking addicting, and you will thank me for it once you get started. Y'all, we have been on here forever. I know that these are all informational, and regardless of your ethnicity, once you get to be a woman of a certain age, there's just not a lot of 40 plus some things YouTubers that are talking about skincare. It's the folks that even if they did nothing to their skin, it's gonna be still taut and glowy, and they still have baby skin. They don't have to work at it. So I know that there's not a lot of us 40 plus some things that are represented from a skincare standpoint. So I am committed this year. I put it on my vision board. I am committed this year that I am going to do more of this kind of thing on my channel. And I'm going to get my setup right so that I can start doing demos. So I would just ask that you be patient with me. Products, go back, take a look at what I got. I'm not telling you to go and spend all of your money on Elemis products. Go shop your own bathroom. Look and see if you already have an essence. Go and see if you have a toner that you've been using. Go and take a look at your facial wash. Go and see if you have a moisturizer that has SPF. Build those 5 basics that we talked about early. And then be prepared to kind of get consistent and start building your routine around those. When I do start, one of the very first things that I'm thinking about doing is a kind of a lazy Saturday routine, and then as we kind of build up, I'll show you how I'm incorporating more and more of these products into my routine, like steaming, like dermaplaning, like derma rolling, like the new phase, like the trophy skin, like the skin spatula. There, like the jade roller. There's all kinds of stuff out there. The Nurse Jamie roller, the Nurse Jamie mask. There's tons of stuff. I'm not saying that you have to do all of that stuff. I'm not saying that you need all of it, but you should start kind of paying attention to what's going on with your skin. If your skin is like mine, it changes different times of the year, different times of the month, different weather. It needs different things, whether the air is on in the house or whether I got the heat blaring. Different things, routine, consistency, water, gut health. Because if you are eating bad, it is not only going to come out on the back end, literally, it's going to reflect in your skin as well. So it's a good skincare routine is about more than just product, tools, and techniques. It is a wellness state of mind. We're going to focus on self-care this year, and my way of doing that is going to be through skincare, and staying focused on those things that are on my vision board. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you know somebody else, family, friend, coworker, relative, whomever, that you think would benefit from this live stream, give them a warning. Let them know that it's long, that we kind of talk about a little bit of everything. But do me a favor and share this video link. If you were here for the first time, I would ask that you subscribe, even if you don't come back for like my live streams on handbags or cooking or family stuff and all that other stuff that I kind of have kind of hodgepodged into the life of Duty Addict, I would love that you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that you are notified when I post new content or go live. 18 of you here, I would ask that all 18 of you hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this content, if you found it helpful, if you'd like to continue to see this kind of thing evolve in this space. Hitting that thumbs up, it's free. It doesn't charge you anything, just like subscribing and hitting the notification bell. But what it does is it tells the YouTube algorithm that of the folks that were here, it was a highly liked video. The content was favorable, and it will recommend my video to other folks that watch and like similar content as you. So do that for me. I greatly appreciate it. I have really enjoyed hanging out with you this morning. I have enjoyed my bare face. I have enjoyed sharing with you my knowledge of Elements and the products, and I'm getting ready to go dive in, and I'm going to go and get ready to take this whole thing to the next level because today is derma rolling day. Thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, please, please remember that self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.